Yo, Raider Nation, what's good, Silver and Black Faithful? It's time to dive into the hottest Las Vegas Raiders news. And let me tell you, the 2025 season is already buzzing with excitement. We're talking a revamped offense, a run-heavy scheme, and a running back room that's got everyone, fans, analysts, and fantasy football nerds, on the edge of their seats. Today, we're breaking down the latest on our Raiders running back rotation, straight from the heart of training camp, with updates that could shake up your fantasy drafts and our season expectations. So, buckle up because this is going to be a wild ride through Raider Nation's road to redemption. Picture this: Allegiant Stadium, the roar of the crowd, and our boys in silver and black ready to dominate. The big question on everyone's mind? Who's going to be the backbone of this run-heavy offense under new offensive coordinator Chip Kelly? The Raiders dropped a bombshell update for preseason week 2, and it's got us all rethinking the depth chart. Ashton Janney, our 6th overall pick, is the undisputed RB1, but the battle for RB2 is heating up like a Vegas summer. Will be veteran Raheem Mostert, Zamir White, or someone else stepping up? Let's unpack this and see what it means for our Raiders in 2025. The hook? Oh, it's juicy. The Raiders coaching staff, led by the legendary Pete Carroll, just shook things up by listing Zamir White or Raheem Mostert as RB2 for their clash against the 49ers. This isn't just a depth chart tweak. It's a signal that the silver and black are keeping their options open and the competition is fierce. With Chip Kelly's run-heavy scheme, this could be a game-changer for our offense and your fantasy football lineup. Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of this running back battle and why it's got Raider Nation buzzing with anticipation. Ready? Let's roll. So, grab your silver and black gear, hit that like button, and let's talk Raiders football. We're breaking down the latest news, stats, and what this means for our squad as we chase that just win, baby mentality in 2025. Here we go. Ashton Janney is the name on everyone's lips, and for good reason. The Boise State star, drafted 6th overall in 2025, is coming off a college season where he racked up a jaw-dropping 2,601 rushing yards and was a Heisman Trophy runner-up. That's not just good. That's historic, nearly breaking Barry Sanders' single-season record. Coach Pete Carroll can't stop raving about him, saying, "Ashton is as talented a back as a young guy coming in the league that I've seen. He's really special. His low center of gravity and ability to break tackles, 88 in college last year alone, make him a nightmare for defenders." Janney's not just a runner. He's a dual threat with 862 receiving yards in college, showing he can catch passes out of the backfield like a wideout. But here's where it gets spicy. The RB2 spot is a full-on cage match. Raheem Mostert, the veteran with a Pro Bowl nod and 18 rushing touchdowns in 2023, brings experience and a knack for big plays. His one-year, $2.1 million deal signals the Raiders see him as more than just a backup. He's their third down weapon, with pass-blocking skills and receiving chops that could keep Janney fresh. Zamir White, the 2022 4th-rounder, is fighting to prove he's not out of the picture. After a tough 2024 season where he averaged just 2.8 yards per carry due to injuries, he's looking leaner and meaner in camp. The Athletics' Tashin Reed reports Mostert is the early favorite for third down duties, but White's power-running style could steal carries if he keeps impressing. The Raiders' run-heavy approach under Chip Kelly is no joke. Kelly's offenses have a history of pounding the rock. His Ohio State squad averaged 166.4 rushing yards per game last year, and his Eagles teams were top 10 in rushing. With Geno Smith at quarterback, the Raiders want to take pressure off the passing game, and that means feeding Janney, Mostert, and White early and often. But here's the kicker. Only one of these guys might emerge as a fantasy football gem behind Janney. The depth chart listing White or Mostert for the 49ers game suggests the coaches are still testing the waters. Who do you think steps up as RB2, Raider Nation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This rotation isn't just about carries. It's about building an identity. After ranking dead last in rushing yards, 79.8 per game, in 2024, the Raiders are desperate to flip the script. Janney's arrival resets the room, but Mostert's veteran leadership and White's hunger could make this a three-headed monster. The question is, can they all coexist in Kelly's scheme, or will one get squeezed out? Let's keep our eyes on the preseason to see who gets those crucial reps. Now, let's talk about why this matters for the Silver and Black's big picture. The Raiders' offense was a sore spot in 2024, with a passing game that couldn't find rhythm and a ground game that was, frankly, embarrassing. Enter Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly, two coaches with a proven track record of turning teams around. Carroll's Seahawks were top 5 in rushing 6 times, and Kelly's innovative schemes are tailor-made for a guy like Janney. The addition of Geno Smith, a quarterback with a 70.4% completion rate in 2022, gives the Raiders a stable hand to complement this run-first mentality. But the running back rotation is the heartbeat of this offense, and the RB2 battle could define how far we go in 2025. Raheem Mostert's role is particularly intriguing. At 33, he's not the spring chicken he was during his 1,012-yard, 18-touchdown season in 2023 with Miami. Injuries slowed him down in 2024, but he's reunited with Chip Kelly, who coached him as a rookie in Philly. Mostert told reporters, "It's definitely tailored to the type of run scheme that I'm used to. His speed and receiving ability make him a perfect change of pace back, especially on third downs where his pass protection can keep Geno upright." But Zamir White isn't going down without a fight. His physicality was on display in camp, with Carroll noting Zamir had a really good camp. He's the biggest and strongest of the group. The wild card here is the depth behind them. Sincere McCormick and Dylan Lobby are also in the mix, though they're fighting for scraps. McCormick showed flashes last year, averaging 4.7 yards per carry in limited action, while Lobby's special teams value might keep him on a roster. But with Janney as the workhorse, the RB2 spot is the real prize. The Raiders' unofficial depth chart for their August 2025 preseason game against the Seahawks listed Janney as the starter, with Mostert and White neck and neck. This open competition is a sign that Carroll and Kelly are letting the best man win. Music to the ears of Raider Nation, who love a scrappy underdog story. What's got me hyped is how this rotation could shape our season. A strong running game takes pressure off Geno, opens up play action for Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers, and wears down defenses in the brutal AFC West. Imagine Janney breaking off a 60-yard run, followed by Mostert catching a screen for 20 and White bulldozing for a touchdown. That's the dream, right? But who's going to be the guy getting those RB2 carries when the regular season kicks off? Hit that comment section and let me know who you're betting on. Let's zoom out and look at the stakes for this running back room. The Raiders' 2024 season was a low point. Last in the NFL in rushing yards, a revolving door at quarterback, and a fan base desperate for hope. Fast forward to 2025, and the vibe is different. Ashton Janney's arrival has reset expectations, with odds makers giving him plus 250 odds to win Offensive Rookie of the Year per CBS Sports. He's already talking big, telling reporters his goal is 1,500 rushing yards, a mark only 8 players in NFL history have hit as rookies. That's the kind of swagger we love in Raider Nation. But for Janney to hit that number, the RB2 has to hold it down, whether it's Mostert's finesse or White's power. The coaching staff strategy is clear: balance. Chip Kelly doesn't want to burn out his rookie star, which is why Mostert's third down role is so crucial. Tashin Reed's report from The Athletic highlights how the Raiders are protecting Janney's long-term health by leaning on Mostert's experience. Meanwhile, Zamir White's redemption arc is compelling. After a 2024 season derailed by a quad injury, he's back with a chip on his shoulder. Levi Edwards from Raiders.com noted that White and McCormick shared carries with the backups in camp, but White's physicality makes him a dark horse to steal the RB2 spot. This competition is straight-up Raider DNA, grit, heart, and a refusal to back down. Fantasy football fans, listen up. The Raiders' depth chart update for preseason Week 2 against the 49ers, reported by Sports Illustrated, screams opportunity. Janney is a no-brainer RB1 in drafts, but Mostert or White could be a sneaky late-round pick if one locks down RB2. Mostert's receiving skills make him a PPR league darling, while White's power could lead to goal line touches. But as SI pointed out, it's unlikely all 3 backs will be fantasy relevant. So keep an eye on who gets more snaps in the preseason. Raider Nation, are you drafting Mostert or White as a sleeper? Let's hear your fantasy takes in the comments. The bigger picture? This running back room is the key to unlocking the Raiders' potential in 2025. A dominant ground game could make us a dark horse in the AFC West, especially with a revamped offensive line anchored by Colton Miller's new $66 million deal. The Raiders are building an identity around physicality and resilience, and this RB battle is the perfect embodiment of just win, baby. As we head into the preseason, every carry, every cut, and every block will tell us more about who's ready to carry the torch for Raider Nation. All right, Raider Nation, we're not done yet. Let's talk about how this running back dramatizes into the bigger offensive overhaul. Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly aren't just tweaking the playbook, they're rewriting it. Carroll's Seahawks teams were known for controlling the clock with the run, and Kelly's track record at Ohio State and Philly shows he loves a versatile backfield. Ashton Janney is the cornerstone, but the RB2 battle between Mostert and White could determine how dynamic this offense becomes. If Mostert locks down third downs, we get a balanced attack that keeps defenses guessing. If White surges, we might see a smash-mouth style that wears teams down. The preseason game against the 49ers is our next big clue. The White or Mostert designation on the depth chart, per Sports Illustrated, means the coaches are still evaluating. Mostert missed a practice for the birth of his daughter, giving White and McCormick extra reps, according to Raiders.com. That's the kind of opportunity Zamir needs to prove he's more than a third stringer. Meanwhile, Mostert's history with Kelly gives him an edge in understanding the scheme. This isn't just about who's RB2. It's about who complements Janney's explosive style and keeps the chains moving. What's got me pumped is how this fits into the Raiders' redemption narrative. After a brutal 2024, the Silver and Black are leaning on new faces like Geno Smith, Janney, and Mostert, plus returning warriors like White to flip the script. Max Crosby, the heart and soul of this team, is already hyped about Janney, saying, "I love the kid. He's a hell of a worker." That's the vibe in Vegas right now. Hunger, hustle, and hope. But the RB2 spot is the X factor. Will Mostert's veteran savvy win out? Or will White's power steal the show? Drop your predictions below, Raider Nation. As we wrap this up, let's dream big. Imagine Allegiant Stadium rocking in Week 1, with Janney breaking tackles, Mostert snagging a screen pass, and White powering through for a score. That's the potential of this backfield. But it all hinges on who steps up as RB2. The preseason is our proving ground, and with Carroll and Kelly calling the shots, I'm betting we see a ground game that makes the AFC West tremble. What do you think this running back rotation means for our playoff chances? Let's get that comment section lit up. Raider Nation, this is our year to shine. The Las Vegas Raiders are building something special for 2025, and this running back battle is just the start. From Ashton Janney's superstar potential to the fight for RB2, we're on the cusp of something epic. So, let's show the world what Raider Nation is all about. Smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more Las Vegas Raiders news. Share this video with every Silver and Black fan you know, because we're riding this wave together. Just win, baby. Let's go, Raiders.